Well, it's officially March, which apparently means that it is now time for the movies relating to partying and alcohol to be released. 21 and over, let's talk about it. 21 and Over is exactly that. It is a movie about someone who just turned 21 for the first night, and his friends are going to take him out and get him wasted, and it's going to be a big fun night of partying, and lots of things are going to happen, things are going to get broken, lots of bare male butts are going to be seen, lots of alcohol, lots and lots of music, and lots of insane partying. Now, if you guys can tell anything about me from my videos, I'm not much of a partier. I am able to have fun without getting drunk. I do enjoy an occasional drink from time to time. I'm just not much of a partier. Nothing against you if you are. So going into this movie, I wasn't really that excited about it because I can just see it for what it is. This is a giant copy off of Project X. If you don't believe me, let me give you a few things to think about. Project X came out last year on March 2nd. This movie is being released exactly 1 year later on March 1st. This movie honestly is a giant copy off of Project X. It just doesn't have the handheld style. Project X was a big copy off of Superbad, which was much better with real characters that you could actually care about. Now, I didn't really enjoy Project X, and I got a few comments on my review that said that the reason I didn't like it was simply because I'm not a partier. That's not true, because I really enjoyed Superbad. That movie had good characters that I actually started to care about. It was well written, and it was legitimately funny. I didn't find Project X to be, and I don't really find this movie that funny either, but it's just so blatant how these movies all have this very rigid thing that they actually fall right into, okay, like you can see every little thing it has to have. For instance, in Superbad, Jonah Hill's character was the instigator. He was the guy who always got them into trouble. He was the guy who always started everything. He was the guy who said, I'm your friend, but he really wasn't being your friend. He says whatever's on his mind whenever he wants to, and he's not really a ladies guy, but he hits on every single lady as if they all just want him. In Project X, that character was Costa. That person was the person who got everything started. He was the big partier who said whatever was on his mind, who talked to all the ladies like they all wanted him, even though they didn't. In this movie, that character's name is Miller, and he is played by Miles Teller. He's the guy who says, hey, I'm your friend, but he's not really your friend. He's the guy who comes in and starts everything, gets everything going. Each one of these movies has that. This movie has that as well. The entire movie is a night of extreme situations in which everything goes wrong, just like Superbad, just like Project X, and towards the end of the movie there's usually some sort of resolution in which everyone realizes they're actually really good friends, they come together, and everything's happy, and let's have a montage with whatever current pop song is on the radio. Now look, you guys are looking at me like, this guy's such a douchebag, he doesn't have fun at all. I'm sorry, when I watch movies like this, I can't help but notice there's a guy in a suit somewhere in a studio going, okay, does this movie have the instigator? Yes, it does. Okay, does it have lots of, random nudity that doesn't really make sense, and lots of events like, cars exploding and people jumping off roofs and all that kind of stuff? It has that, right? Okay, good, good, good. And at the end, is there some sort of resolution in which everyone becomes friends again, and they realize how great partying is, and they don't really actually have to take responsibility for anything as long as they're drunk forever, everything's fine, right? Good. Sign off, it'll make lots of money. Make it, do it. I can't help but notice that when I see movies like this, and 21 and Over really is just another retread of all of these types of movies, and it's not very funny. There was a couple chuckle-worthy moments that I thought were okay, but for the most part, this movie is filled with terrible acting, terrible characters, and terrible dialogue, and you just don't care about any of the story, really, and it's just honestly watching a whole bunch of people get drunk. Why is that fun? I mean, if you want to go out and get drunk, go out and get drunk. It's not fun to sit there and just watch other people get drunk for 90 minutes and nothing entertaining happens. 21 and Over, like I said, is just a big copy off of other movies. It follows the rigid guideline that this type of movie is required nowadays, and it's really blatant in every way in regards to ripping off Project X, right down to the release date. I'm going to give 21 and Over a D+. It's not that good. If you like these types of movies, go out and watch it and have fun. That's cool, man. It's just not my kind of movie at all. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.